If you're over 50 and watching this in America, I want you to look at your daily walk differently. Most fitness advice tells you to just keep moving. But if you are walking every day and your glutes are still flattening or your hips feel hollow, stop. The problem isn't your age, and it's definitely not a lack of squats. After 25 years in clinical practice, I can tell you the real culprit is your pelvis alignment. Today, I'm showing you 3 specific movements to fix the root cause of glute loss. No gym, no equipment, just right here at home. Stay with me for the 3rd move, because that is the specific pattern interrupt. Most people miss that finally fills in those flat sides of the hips. Before we dive in, drop your age and what state you're watching from in the comments. I read them all to make sure these movements are hitting the mark for. Before we start, I want you to do a quick test. Stand up, place both of your thumbs on the top of your hip bones, and look straight into a mirror. Do you see one thumb sitting higher than the other? Does one side of your hip look flatter or more hollow? If so, your pelvis is already out of alignment. This imbalance is quietly disconnecting your glutes every time you move. Your brain has literally lost the signal to those muscles. Your pelvis is the foundation of your entire lower body. When it is balanced, your gluteus medius, the muscle responsible for that full, rounded shape of your hips, can activate properly. But after 50 years of sitting and reduced movement cause the pelvis to tilt or rotate. Here's the dangerous part. You will not feel pain. Instead, your brain starts recruiting your lower back, your quads, and your hip flexors to take over. Your glutes get left behind, weaken over time, and begin to flatten. This is exactly why you can do squats or walk every day and still see no real change. The muscle is not broken. It is simply not receiving the signal. A study published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy in 2019 confirmed this. When the pelvis is misaligned, standard glute exercises become far less effective. So the solution is not doing more. The solution is restoring pelvic alignment and rebuilding the signal to your glutes. And that is exactly what these 3 exercises are designed to do. Exercise 1 is called wall hinge with lateral shift. This is not a strength exercise. This is where you reset the system. If you skip this, the rest will not work the way you think it should. Stand about 6 to 8 inches in front of a wall, facing away from it. Your feet are shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned inward. Keep your knees soft and place your hands on your hips. Now hinge back slowly until your glutes lightly touch the wall. Your torso leans forward slightly, but your spine stays long and stable. From this position, shift your hips to the left without using momentum. You should feel your right outer hip begin to engage. Come back to center, then shift to the right and feel the left side activate. Return to center, then stand back up. That is 1 repetition. Perform 8 to 10 controlled reps for 2 sets. Do not rush this. If balance is an issue, lightly rest your fingertips on a chair in front of you. Here is where most people go wrong. They turn this into a full body movement. Your upper body should not move side to side. If your nose is shifting, you are missing the target. This is a pelvic movement, not a torso twist. What you should feel is very specific. A subtle but clear activation on the outer hip of the side you are shifting away from. Not your lower back, not your thighs. If you feel it anywhere else, you are compensating again. This movement is doing something most people never train. It is rebuilding the connection between your brain and your glutes. It is teaching your nervous system how to find that muscle again before you ask it to produce force. A study published in Physical Therapy and Sport in 2021 showed that low-load pelvic repositioning drills improve glute symmetry and muscle recruitment in older adults in as little as 2 weeks. That is not strength training. That is neurological correction. So understand this clearly. This step is not optional. You are not building strength yet. You are restoring the signal. And if the signal is not there, no amount of squats or walking will fix what comes next. Now that the signal is back, this is where you start building real strength. Exercise 2 is called wall-facing squat with calf raise. Stand facing a wall about 6 to 8 inches away. Your feet slightly wider than hip width, toes angled about 10 to 15 degrees outward. Place both hands lightly on the wall at shoulder height. This wall is not support. It is a boundary. It stops your body from cheating. Lower yourself into a squat with control. Keep your chest tall. Let your knees track over your toes. Do not force depth. Aim for about a 45 to 60 degree bend at the thighs. At the bottom, slowly rise onto your toes. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds, then lower your heels back down and press through your feet to return to standing. Perform 10 to 12 repetitions for 2 to 3 sets. This is where most people finally start loading the glutes the right way. Here is the mistake that ruins everything. If your face or your knees hit the wall, you are collapsing forward. That means the load is shifting straight into your knees. Step back slightly and reset. The wall is there to block that forward lean. Without it, your body will instinctively lean forward to stay balanced, and that automatically takes the work away from your glutes and puts it into your knees. When done correctly, you should feel the effort in the back of your hips and along the outer glutes, not in your knees, not in your lower back. If you feel pressure in the knees, your weight is too far forward. The calf raise at the bottom is not just an add-on. It forces your body to stabilize under load. It challenges balance at the exact moment your joints are most vulnerable. This is how you rebuild control, not just strength. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity in 2022 found that integrated lower body movements with a balance component improved both muscle tone and fall resilience in adults over 60, even without added weight. This is not just about building muscle. This is about retraining how your body distributes force so your glutes finally do the job they were meant to do. Now we go to the third movement, and this is where most people finally understand what has been missing. Exercise 3 is standing hip abduction with pelvic control. Stand next to a wall or a sturdy chair. One hand rests lightly for balance. Feet hip-width apart. Stand tall. Before you move, gently engage your lower abdomen just enough to stabilize your pelvis. Not a hard brace, just enough to hold position. Now slowly lift your outer leg to the side. Keep the foot neutral or slightly flexed. Raise only as high as you can without your torso leaning. Pause for 1 second at the top, then lower the leg back down with full control. That lowering phase matters just as much as the lift. Perform 10 to 12 repetitions per side for 2 to 3 sets. This is where precision matters more than effort. The most common mistake is chasing height. The moment your body starts leaning, your lower back has already taken over. That means you have lost the target. Reset and go again. Control always comes before range. What you should feel is very clear. A focused burn on the outer side of your hip, not your lower back, not the front of your hip. If it starts to fatigue around rep 8 or 9, that is exactly where you want it. This movement directly targets the gluteus medius, the muscle responsible for the shape most people are trying to fix. The rounded, full appearance on the sides of the hips. The area where you see that hollow, that dip. And this is the part almost every traditional program ignores. Most compound exercises load the gluteus maximus, but they barely reach the gluteus medius. That is why you can squat, lunge, stay active for years, and still never change the shape of your hips. A study published in the Journal of Human Kinetics in 2020 found that standing hip abduction produces significantly higher activation of the gluteus medius compared to compound movements. This is not optional work. This is the missing piece. If you do not train this muscle directly, you will keep building strength in the wrong places, and the shape you are chasing will never show up. Now step back and look at what you have just built. This is not 3 random exercises. This is a system, and the order is not optional. First, you reset the pelvis and restore the signal. Then you build strength with the body in the right position. And finally, you isolate the exact muscle most programs miss. Reset, build, isolate. That sequence is what brings your glutes back online. You do this 2 to 3 times per week, not every day. You do not need long workouts. What you need is consistency and precision. That is what changes how your body actually functions. And here is what most people notice first. It is not the mirror. It is movement. You feel more stable when you walk. You stand up from a chair with less effort. You step off a curb and feel in control again. That is your body reconnecting. That is the signal coming back. The visual change comes after. But the real win is that your body starts working the way it is supposed to again. That is how you protect your strength, your balance, and your independence over the next decade. If you have been frustrated because nothing seemed to work, This is why. You were missing the system. So now I want to hear from you. Tell me where you are starting from. What have you been struggling with? Drop your age and your state in the comments. And if this helped you see what was really going on, share this with someone who is dealing with the same thing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you are doing this the right way, not just doing more.